Bible to give you the solution. But right now, today, that time is up. There's no more giving you lies. You're not African. You're not black. You're not Jamaican. You are from the 12 tribes of Israel. And it's high time you wake out of sleep. Christianity is a damn fraud. Christianity is a curse to our people.
This is reality. That's right. This is reality. We're going to show you why. You have to destroy yourself, bro. So we're supposed to give a warning. We're not judging you. We're warning you. Well, have we seen any change? Have we seen anything that has changed our people? Changed our neighborhood?
I have a question for you. You know that you are an Israelite. You understand this. So, once again, you know about Christ. What benefit is it if you know all this and you're not keeping the commandments?
It's nothing.
It means nothing. Because you want the kingdom of heaven, obviously, right? So, real quick, what do you have? Read.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is.
Hold that. You know what I want? I want to go back to that, but I want to go get to this. Get me Deuteronomy 10 and verse 12. I want to get to that first.
Bring it out.
Because as an Israelite, do we have requirements or don't we have requirements? We definitely have requirements. You see how you said that? You said that with conviction. You believe that. You know that. Exactly. So let's find out. Read Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel.
Now Stephen, read.
What doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Now Stephen, what does the Lord God require of you? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
But to fear the Lord thy God, Stephen. Read.
To walk in all his ways.
To walk in all his ways. Read.
To love him.
To love him. How do we love God? Okay, read.
And to serve the Lord thy God.
How do we serve the Lord thy God? But how do we serve him? Following what? Read.
With all thy heart.
So you follow the commandments with all your heart. Read.
With all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord.
So the whole thing, the whole matter of us is to keep the commandments of the Lord our God. That is the whole matter of the whole conclusion of the matter is for us to keep the commandments. So, by you knowing this, let me ask you one question. Where's your fringes, brother? You have no fringes. Now, is fringes a partial law that we can keep sometimes, or is that something that we have to keep throughout our generations?
Yeah, we have to keep it throughout our generation. But hey, I hope I'm covered by fringes. If I don't have it,
all right, so wait. Yeah, go to numbers. Go to numbers. Read numbers real quick.
I just been robbed by my own brother. So you know what I'm saying? This is a new bag. My brother took my bag from me. So this is my I got like maybe 2 pair of pants and a couple of spare pairs of shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Hebrews chapter 10 verse 25.
All right, hold on, Stephen. Listen.
Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together.
So by us not forsaking the assembly, by us not forsaking the assembly, guess what? When we're around righteous brothers, we'll keep the laws. They're going to tell us, okay, I got fringes on. I know you don't have them, so let me give you these fringes so you can wear them. Read.
Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another.
But exhorting each other, building each other up, because I know if I know you lack, I'm going to make sure that you're taken care of. I'm going to make sure that you're not falling short, right? Because you know why you can get robbed, and because that means you're around the unrighteous. Right. That means you're around someone who does not believe in what you believe in. Because how do we know that we believe in the same thing? Because we dress alike, we move alike, we talk alike, we go to the same scriptures alike, because we believe in the same thing. And as a brother with so much wisdom, you should be going to the same thing that we're going to. Right. You should be with us out here teaching our people, waking up the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Because that's our duty. Right. Read that.
Sirach chapter 17 verse 25. Return unto the Lord.
Stephen, return unto the Lord. Because right now you're moving partiality. Because what did Christ say about if you're lukewarm? What did Christ say if you are lukewarm? What did he say he's going to do to you? He's going to spew you out. So, don't you think fringes are something that will cause you to get spewed out if you don't wear them? The Lord knows.
I'm fresh out the belly of the beast. I'm fresh out the town.
Read this.
Return unto the Lord and forsake thy sins.
Forsake your sins, meaning put off your sins. Don't make excuses. There's something called poor man fringes. Walmart is right across the street. You can get a pair of scissors, just cut around the edge of your garment, and then buy a border of blue from out of there for $1 or $2. And then you could get super glue, or you can buy the fabric glue. They have fringes in Walmart, and they have the border of blue. Just go to the fabric section. I've bought them out of Walmart before. Read.
Return unto the Lord and forsake thy sins.
Stephen, read.
Make thy prayer before his face.
Make your prayer before his face. Read.
And offend less.
Offend means break the commandments less. Whatever you're falling short of, build yourself up. So, because the day could come tomorrow. And you know what? The funny thing is, the Lord does not have to crack the sky for your day to come. Your day could come just walking across the street and a car can hit you. Anytime. So, knowing this, that means you should do what you have to do to get into the kingdom of heaven. And that is to keep what? Keep the commandments. That is our duty as men. Because give me Titus 2. Give me Titus 2 real quick. You would be considered an elder man. You understand? Just like we would be considered elder men when it comes to the youth, the brothers that were standing in front of us. And just like you were able to show them and tell them the right way to go, that means you have a responsibility to be here showing an example. But what's the first example that we show to people? The first example, when you go to a job interview, they say they judge you within the first 10, 15 seconds on the way you dress, the way you look. That's the same thing as an Israelite. If I saw this brother walking across the street and I see his fringes, I know he's an Israelite. I know that he's a commandment keeper. If I saw you walking across the street, I'd be like, hey, he's a Negro that needs to learn who he is. That's how I would see it. Read.
Titus chapter 2 verse 2. The aged man be sober, grave,
grave means still serious. Serious about God's laws. Serious about the work. Read.
temperate, sound in faith.
Sound in faith. Being sound in faith means you will wear your fringes. That means you're going to figure out a way to put on your fringes. That means the next time we see you, you should have fringes on. Or the next time you get a chance, you should be at the school congregating with us. Congregating.
You know?
That is what you have to do. Read.
In charity, in patience.
Charity goes into being around righteous brothers and sisters, knowing that you lack, we will take care of you. Because you are our brother, and we don't want to see our brother not making it in the kingdom for $5.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
What did the Lord say?
Gather yourselves together.
Gather yourselves together, Stephen, meaning come around your righteous brothers. Read.
Yea, gather together, O nation, not desired.
This is proof that we are not desired. This is proof that we're not desired. You even said it yourself. When you leave Haiti, you come right back to oppression. You come right back to the curses here in the state. These curses will pursue you. So it's telling you that this oppression is going to continue until we gather ourselves together and work together to get out of this condition. Because the only way the Most High in Christ, the only way that Christ is coming back to save us is if we keep His commandments. What you have?
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9.
Read.
2 are better than 1.
2 are better than 1. Because do you eat pork? You know that law. Do you fornicate, sleep with multiple women? You know that law. Are you supposed to wear a beard? You know that law. Are you from the tribe of Levi? You know that law. But the law that you're slacking in is your fringes. And there might be other things that you're falling short on, but the only way to know that is if you're around righteous brothers and sisters. Read.
2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor.
You have a good reward. If you keep the commandments and gather together, because did you keep the Feast of Pentecost that just passed? You did not keep that. Did you keep the Sabbath? Do you keep the Sabbath? You keep the Sabbath. Did you keep the new moon? Exactly. This is what I'm saying. This is why we must gather together, Stephen, so we can make sure that we watch each other's back. Because I know if this brother is not there on the new moon, I'm be like, damn, where my brother at? What the hell?
Right.
If I know my brother has to work on the Sabbath, I'm like, damn, Esau got him. I'm upset for my brother because I know how this captivity is. So we understand, but guess what? If you're alone, there's no one to catch you when you fall. Read.
For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
We will lift you up because you are our brother. Read.
But woe unto him that is alone.
Now my question is, what does woe mean, Stephen? Destruction to him that is what? Who is alone. We are trying to rebuild the dead estate of our people. So in the process of rebuilding the dead estate, don't you think it's a righteous thing to gather with your brothers and sisters? Give me James 5.
Bring it out.
Give me James 5 and verse 7. Because it is a righteous thing for us to gather together. Because without one another, the nation it falls apart. If I'm in Christianity, he's in the Islam faith, he's a Seventh-day Adventist, how can we gather together? It says gather together with like-minded individuals. Right. So if we're not on the same page, then what's the point? What's the point? That's what we're working on. That's why you need to be here with us. Because you should have on a purple shirt telling your people to come up out of this deep.
That's right.
Read.
The book of James, chapter 5 and verse 7. Be patient, therefore.
Be patient, the Lord said. Read.
Brethren, unto the coming of the Lord.
Be patient for the day of the coming of the Lord. Read.
Behold, the husband waited for the precious fruit.
He's waiting for you. You are that precious fruit. The Lord is waiting for you because we are the fruit. We are the ones that the Lord is waiting for. But guess what? If you don't wake up, we got to go wake up another brother. We got to hope another brother wakes up. We got to pray and fast that we get out of this captivity. Because he is waiting. Meaning, if you're waiting on somebody, like if you tell me you're waiting on Uber, and Uber is an hour past that time, aren't you pissed? You pissed. So the Lord is pissed that his people are in this deep sleep.
Right.
He's pissed that this happened to us.
Right.
He's pissed. He's like, wake up. How long are you going to be asleep? How long are you going to be that degenerate plant going to and fro, watching your women on the corner selling their bodies, watching your people oppressed, watching your neighborhoods look like a living trash pile? Right. How long are you going to wait before you say, you know what, Lord, I am ready. I am fit for the battle. Read.
The husband waited for the precious fruit of the earth and have long patience for it.
He has long patience, meaning you get pissed, he's sitting there like, damn, Stephen still ain't wake up. Stephen got the word on that he should be wearing fringes. What's Stephen gonna do now? The ball's in your court, Stephen. So now the question is, are you gonna pick up the phone and call righteous brothers and congregate and try your best to keep these commandments?
Right.
What are you gonna do, Stephen?
Right.
You've been trying to spread the word? You do that every chance you get? But if you're trying to spread the word and you're not keeping the law, that means you're partial in the law. Is that the same thing the Pharisees did?
Also, then the Apostle Paul talked about about an Israelite, outward Israelite.
An outward Israelite.
No.
Israelite, that it's not spiritual. You got not the spiritual Israelite, but
okay. I was about to say.
I mean, to wear the fringes. I don't know what the verse is. I mean that the outward. You can have somebody that's in purple and all that. You know what I'm saying? And got the fringes, but yet on the inside, they're lacking much.
But you know what that comes in?
That's just just judging by the outward appearance don't mean that. I mean, you don't.
Stephen, let me ask you a question.
So much about Stephen.
Romans 2:27. Read it for
me. Let me tell you something, Stephen. You say all that, but did the Pharisees have on fringes, the long garment? They walked around town as if they were more righteous than thou. But they were wicked on the inside, right? So what does that mean? That means you got to work out your own salvation.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the Most High is still going to judge you whether you have on the fringes or whether you keeping the law, whether you eating pork, whether you shave your face, whether you're whoring out his beautiful children. He's still going to judge you.
Right. You said outwardly. Is that what you're saying? So you're justifying that
I'm not saying that shit.
Well, I'm gonna explain that verse for you.
It's more mandatory to follow. I believe there's more important law. I mean, it's better to not have fringes than eat pork.
No, it's better to have not eat pork and wear fringes.
Right.
That's right. To break any one of them.
Right.
Read that. I'm gonna read it. Read first.
Romans chapter 2, verse 28. For he is not a Jew, which is one outward.
See, the author was just reading like verse 21. This is verse 28. He was talking to the Pharisees because they was hypocrites. What they were doing is they were wearing fringes. They did have their beard. They were just using the outward only and not getting the moral part of it.
Right.
What you're doing the flip side of that. Yeah. You're showing the inward, okay, I'm not going to steal, I'm not going to do this, but I'm not going to worry about the outward. You see, you're not going to wear the fringes. But Christ is saying you got to do both.
Right.
Read it again.
For he is not a Jew, which is one outward. Neither is that circumcision, which is outward in the flesh. But he is a Jew, which is one inward.
What does he mean by inward? Go to verse 21. That's what he means. Because they was using the outward appearance to justify their righteous people. But they was sinners. They was hypocrites.
It's like you might see a cop. You just like a cop. You might think that's what
exactly. So we're not saying just because you have fringes make you justified. You gotta have the full.
Coming from work, my brother.
But my point is, you gotta have the full throttle. Meaning, you gotta be keeping the laws 100%. You can't just say, I'm gonna wear the beard, but I ain't gonna wear the fringes.
No.
I'm gonna steal from my mom, but I ain't gonna steal from another man. You breaking the law.
That's not something I'm doing on purpose. That's not a purpose.
All praises. We're not saying that. I'm just justifying that you use the scripture to make a point, saying you use that scripture to make a point. Is this scripture said Paul said you're not gonna use something outwardly. I'm just explaining what he was going by. What he mean. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. You mentioned that verse. I'm just explaining it what he meant by that when he said you're not a Jew outwardly, you're a Jew inwardly. Verse 21.
Verse 21.
This is why he said that. Read.
Thou therefore, which teachest another, teachest thou not thyself.
Because what they was doing, they had fringes, they had beards, but they were telling everybody, don't steal, you better not do this, you better not do that. But it don't profit them because they ain't doing it. They're hypocrites. Right. They steal it. Because read on.
Thou therefore, which teachest another, teachest not thyself. Thou that preachest a man should not steal, dost thou steal?
Because they were stealing from the church. They was bringing their offering to the priest, but they were stealing. So why people did that? Because they looked at people looked at them and thinking they were righteous men because they had their fringes, they had this. It's like the outward appearance. There you go. Bring it out. Does that mean we're supposed to break the outward appearance laws that they give to us?
Definitely not. Bring it out. My brother, you know yet in captivity.
That's right.
Romans 6:1. If we're in the land right now and I didn't have my fringes, that'd be a blasphemy. There would be no excuse.
Which is we're not. I understand that because we're in trial.
We're trying to make it to that point.
Does that mean we're not supposed to keep the law?
Yeah, but I don't know, when the Lord speaks, you hear it. Maybe now I try harder.
There you go. All praise to the Lord. That's all we saying. That's all we saying, brother. We just don't want you to walk around saying, but Romans 20.
I don't have to. No, I'm not saying.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it.
Okay. All praises. So you with us? Okay. All praises. So this last scripture, I'm gonna bring the officer back up.
Romans chapter 6 and verse 1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin?
Because we in captivity? Should we continue in sin? Should we not wear our fringes because we're struggling? Read.
That grace may abound.
Because Christ died for us. He's our grace. We can keep on breaking it. Not saying that's what you do. I'm saying as a whole, as a nation of people. Because as what we do, our people make a lot of excuses to justify their behavior. To justify what they're going through. But Christ, read it to the top again.
What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound?
Read.
God forbid.
God forbid me no. Read.
How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein?
Because how are you dead to sin? Because now you know the righteous path to take. You know you have to wear fringes. You're dead to the sin now. You have to walk like Christ. There you go. There you go. So that's all I want to explain out.
But one thing though, that's as far as our people, like the two brothers down here, our people don't even know that the white guy right there is not Christ. So that from fringes to this, this more the basic. Our people need milk. Fringes is like meat for them.
No, it's just a
our
law.
people need the milk. Like
the milk is the law. The milk is the law.
Because our people need the basics.
The basics. Cookie on your lips.
Listen, the milk is the law. Because what we teaching,
The laws of God. Our people don't even know. I mean, our people don't even know Jesus is not Christ, but let alone
Yeah,
what
that's
his friends.
but you know that's not Christ. Right. So we dealing with you on another level. When we deal with them brothers, we gonna deal with Christ. But right now, today, your day. Good. Don't worry about them two brothers. Them brothers that got their day because Christ gonna choose a day for them. Today is Stephen's day. Okay, so your day is you know you Levi. You know you supposed to wear a beard. Today now we take it to the next level. Now you gotta wear fringes. Right. That's all we said. You understand? When the Lord speak, you hear. So That's
it.
it.
Come down and do it.
That's your food.
He sent his brother.
I'm gonna bring the next officer back up.
I think the store before 10 o'clock. The store here, you know what I'm saying? Close at 10 o'clock, my brother. So I got to get there.
But you understand the outward and the inward Jew.
Yeah, I definitely understand the outward. You know, I got to fix the outward also, but I figure, you know, the inward is far more important.
Both of them is important. Just as equally important. That's right.
I didn't know I could get friends out Walmart. I've been looking for friends out
All praises, man. That's all we say.
Before you leave, Stephen, let me just hit you with this last verse. Just in case you walk down the street and you think like, you know what, I'll do it another day, I'll wait another month. I'm just going to hit you with this last scripture. Because you believe the Bible, right, Stephen?
Do what?
All right. See how you said that? See, I love your conviction. That's why I'm telling you, we need you in
this
this
salvation, man.
We need, exactly. You want salvation. Read this.
So Romans chapter 5 and verse 7. Make not tarry to return to the Lord.
Make no tarrying, because you are the greatest thing walking the face of the earth. You are a Levite from the tribe, from the nation of Israel.
That's right.
You are great. Your name alone stands for greatness.
Right.
That's right.
And put not off from day to day.
Yeah,
Don't worry about you know what? No, let me rephrase that. Don't say I'll worry about this later.
Right.
You have to make haste. You
That's
have to
right.
understand that tomorrow is not promised.
Yes.
We just talked about it.
That's right.
Read it up. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security.
In your security, meaning when you're safe in your house. Because if you're home, do you think a bullet's gonna hit you while you laying in your bed? No, that doesn't even cross your mind. Do you think when you wake up in the morning that you're gonna wake up, that you're not gonna wake up? No, you have that faith that you're gonna wake up.
Right.
So in your security, so when you think you're secure, the Lord said, what? Read.
And in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
So in your security, you'll be destroyed if you don't do what you're supposed to do. Because like I'm gonna keep reiterating, the Lord's gonna keep reiterating. He put the words in our mouth to tell you that you are great.
That's right.
The reason why we're in the conditions that we are, the reason why all this happened, because we were partial in certain things.
Bring it out.
So we no longer need to be partial. Now it's time for you to walk the walk and talk the talk.
Right.
To be completely all the way in or be all the way out.
Right.
Because brother, we love you. We don't want to see you spew. I want to be able to see you when the gates open. I want to say, dang, my brother Stephen made it. I want to see you at the school when I walk into school and I'm like, dang, Stephen came. That brother believed in congregating.
Right.
He believed in gathering together with his brother.
out. Right.
Because we need you, Stephen. America don't love you, but we love you.
That's right.
Right. You understand that? So Stephen, what you gonna do? No. What are you gonna do that you have to do that we went over tonight?
Get some friends.
That's right.
Now you will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are Israelites. That's right. Take care of us. Take care of us. And our children too. And our children too. We have abandoned. How are you? People want to know who's the king?
O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.